The impact of government secrecy on national security and covert ops. Explore how government classified information and confidentiality shape national security and covert operations, balancing secrecy with transparency. How government secrecy shapes national security and covert operations. All right, picture this. You're chatting with a friend over coffee, and the talk turns to government secrecy. How so much of what governments do, especially in the name of national security, is completely shielded from public eyes. Now you might think, well, duh, of course some things need to stay secret. But have you ever really stopped to think about just what kind of weight that secrecy carries and how it impacts everything from covert operations to the very trust we place in our governments? Let's break it down. Governments routinely classify massive amounts of information to protect sensitive operations and prevent adversaries from gaining an upper hand. This government classified information can range from military plans to intelligence reports, and frankly, it's a cornerstone of how national security functions. But here's where things get interesting and complicated. Secrecy isn't just about keeping flags safe. It's about creating an environment where governments can plan and execute covert ops, those missions that happen behind the scenes, that the vast majority of people have no idea even exist. Think of sabotage missions, intelligence gathering, or clandestine diplomacy. These can't happen if everything was out in the open. The moment a covert operation becomes public knowledge, it's often compromised. But that's just one side of the coin. The other is the challenge of government transparency issues. When the government keeps too many cards close to the chest, sometimes in the name of security, it creates a dangerous opacity. Citizens start wondering what's being hidden. Are the secret policies truly about safety, or are they about power and control? This tension between government information secrecy and public accountability is a tightrope walk. Here's a nifty example. Remember the controversies around surveillance programs exposed a few years back? Tons of government document secrecy came to light, showing the extent of surveillance that was being conducted without public consent. Suddenly, the trust that people had was shaken, simply because the veil of classification was pulled aside. Which begs the question, how much secrecy is too much? Another thing to keep in mind is the psychological weight of secrecy for those working within these classified worlds. Operatives and analysts tasked with secret missions face extraordinary stress. Imagine holding government secret policies in your head, knowing even your closest friends or family can't know. It's isolating. And if these secrets ever leak, the fallout can be career-ending or worse. Now, there's an interesting angle where fiction mirrors reality here. If you're intrigued by themes of government secrecy meshed with thrilling storytelling, you might want to check out Hush, a psychological thriller of alien manipulation and deep state deceit. It's a fascinating edge-of-your-seat read that explores how government classified information and hidden agendas can impact people in wildly unexpected ways. Whether in ebook, print, or audio, it's a compelling story that delves into those government confidentiality layers while keeping you hooked. So, to wrap up, government information secrecy is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's critical for safeguarding national security and conducting covert ops necessary to keep a country safe. On the other hand, excessive secrecy fuels suspicion and erodes trust in government institutions. The ideal balance lies somewhere in between, where enough is kept confidential to protect security interests, but transparency is maintained to uphold democratic trust. And hey, next time someone brings up government secrecy at your casual hangout or dinner table, you'll have some solid thoughts to share. It's a fascinating mix of national strategy, politics, psychology, and yes, even storytelling. If you want to experience a gripping tale woven around these themes, don't forget to check out Hush, a psychological thriller of alien manipulation and deep state deceit. Available in ebook, print, and audio formats, it's perfect whether you want to read, listen, or binge on a thrilling narrative that keeps government secrecy front and center. Buy now and get ready for a ride through a world where what's hidden might just be more dangerous than what's seen.